Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you all best camera features on your Samsung Galaxy A17. Okay, so let's begin with our first feature, which is gonna be, let's go to the camera, of course, macro mode. You know that when you take a photo of something from very close, it will be blurry. And that's because phones aren't really used to taking photos from close distance. But if you go to more and select macro mode, then you can actually take photo from 1 to 2 inches away from the subject. You can see right here. And yeah, this is how it works. Now let's get to the next feature, which is, most people don't know about it. You can take a photo by simply pressing on the volume button. You can see it takes a photo, and it's extremely useful if you just can't reach that shutter button but can reach the volume button. Either of the volume buttons will work. It also works for video mode, so you can take a video, start recording it, then stop recording, and that's how it works. Now the next one is photo burst. If you go to photo, then you can start taking a photo burst by sliding the shutter button down and holding. Now you can see I'm taking a photo burst, and that lets you later select which photo was the best. So if you take a photo of something that is in motion, you can select which photo was the best. You can just go to that photo, it'll display as a burst. You can click on that burst icon, then see all the photos and select which one you liked the most. So let's say I liked this one the most. You can select multiple ones, of course. Then let's save them. I can delete all the unselected pictures and click on save, and that's how it works. Now let's go back and you can also do a quick video in photo mode by pressing and holding on the shutter button. Now it has started recording a video. I can lock it by sliding up, and then it goes into standard video, or I could just release to stop the video. But if I locked it, I need to click on the stop button. Now you can also do a quick photo in video mode. When you go to video mode and start recording a video, you can simply take a photo in the meantime by clicking on the shutter icon right here, this circular one, and it takes a photo. Now let's get to improving image quality. You can improve your image quality by going to by simply, when you take a photo, when you're trying to take a photo, then phones tend to overexpose the photos. So what's the best thing that you can do is click on the overexposed spot. You can see it may not be as good, so maybe click on the spot that you actually want to focus on. Let's say I want to focus on the camera, then find this little slider and slide it ever so slightly down. Just a little bit, not too much. And now the photo is gonna look much better. I'm actually in the video mode, so let's maybe close it. Let's go to photo mode. Now let's try taking that photo. I know that this light up here is sort of making the photo look weird, but yeah, when I slide it a little bit down, then take the photo. And now if I do it without clicking and sliding, you can see there is a difference in those photos. Right now and right now, much better. Now let's go back to the photo app, and there's a selfie fun mode, and I'm not a fan of this mode, but you may be a fan of this mode. If you go to the fun mode here, then you can position the phone at your face, and now you have lots of different fun modes. As you can see right here, I can switch between them, and yeah, they are fun. You can have fun with your friends that way, take some photos together, and you may like it. Also, if you don't see this fun mode, then that's maybe because you need to customize your camera menu. Go to more and you'll see there are different modes here. Maybe here is your fun mode, but you can actually customize what modes are shown on the bottom bar and what are in the more once you click on edit. Now you'll see fun and portrait are lit up white, so they can actually be moved to the more. And I can, for example, add the panorama mode, the pro mode, which we're gonna talk about later, as well as the portrait mode, whatever, and then click on save. And you can see it is there. So now let's talk about the other mode that I don't know if it's there anymore. Okay, never mind. It was removed, so I won't show you that mode. Let's go to the home screen for a moment. You can normally open the camera by clicking on it, right? But you can also press and hold on it to open a certain mode, like take selfie, take video, or take portrait, just like that. But you can also press and hold on the take selfie and then move it on your home screen. And that will be a shortcut for your camera. So you can see if I normally open the camera and it's on the back, on the rear camera, if I select take a selfie, it opens on the selfie camera. And now also, there is another thing, which is here, there's a square icon, and in the settings, you have settings to keep, and these will basically keep like the last saved settings in the camera app. So typically if they are enabled here, then if you leave the settings app, it will revert the settings back to the default settings of the camera app. But if you enable any of those, then for example the camera mode, then if I select the mode as Pro, then if I leave the camera app and reopen it, it'll stay in Pro mode. So that's great. Now let's talk about photo and video formats. Photo formats are here at the top. You can see, first of all, this is the quality of the photo. You can take it at 12 megapixels, which is just enough for 4K photos, or 50 megapixels, which is gonna allow you for later, like greater zoom ins once you take the photo and then edit the photo. But this doesn't have too many options in itself. You can see you can't switch between the lenses, you can't add filters. It's just for taking high quality photos, but it takes more storage, so it should only be used in moments that you need it at. You can also click on the 4 dots and click on the 3x4 to actually change the photo format. I'm actually gonna switch the camera so you can see it better. You can set it to 9x16, so it'll be better for like recording for social media, because social media apps like TikTok or Instagram Reels or Facebook Reels or YouTube Shorts are displayed in 9:6 aspect ratio. You can also select 1:1 for Instagram posts, for example, or full, which is gonna be the full screen. Now for the videos, there is basically the same thing here. You can click on 4 dots and select the aspect ratio to 9:16, 1:1, or full screen. And also for the video mode, you can change the quality to Full HD or HD. HD is lower quality. Full HD takes up more storage. In HD mode, you can see you can't really change the FPS on the back camera. Let's see if we can change it on the no, it's the back camera. So no, there's always 30 FPS, but you can set the size to higher resolution or more storage efficient. Speaking of quality, you can also go to Pro mode. I have added it, but you may have it in more. And that mode lets you manually adjust settings for your camera, and these are advanced, so you may not understand them like if you're not familiar with them, but it's okay. Like these are settings that typically photographers use, but let's begin from the right side. White balance is basically making the photo look more like warmer or cooler, and it shouldn't really, it can, but it shouldn't really be used as an effect. Rather, it should be used as some sort of like equalization, that when the lighting around you is very warm, you can make the image cooler so it looks better, and if the lighting is very cool, then you can make the image a bit warmer, right? You can also click here to switch back to automatic mode. Then there's focus. You can set manual focus, and then you'll see how it focuses. This is a really cool feature. You can refocus on things, and I don't know if it will be well visible on the camera, but I'm gonna try to make it as visible as I can. Let's first catch focus on my screen, because the camera I'm recording with didn't focus, but yeah, now it should be fine. And you can see how I'm changing the focus. The image gets in focus, but if I change it to further, then what's in the background gets in focus, and what's in the front is not in focus. I'm gonna switch back to auto, and let's go to exposure. Exposure will make your photo either darker or lighter, and that's about it. That's a good one also. Now shutter speed and ISO are a bit more advanced, so I will be just briefly explaining those. ISO is your matrix sensitivity on your camera module. And the more sensitive it is set to, so the higher value it's set to, the more grainy the image may appear, and it's normal. But also the lower it's set to, the darker the image will be, and this may be the problem. But we also have the shutter speed, and it also affects the brightness of the photo. The lower it's set to, the darker the photo will be. The higher it's set to, the lighter the photo will be. But if the photo you're taking is in motion, if you're taking a photo of something in motion, then the higher the shutter speed is set to, the more blurry and distorted the photo will be because of that motion. So if you set it to speed of 10 seconds, then you should hold your phone very still, and everything that you're capturing should be still for 10 seconds. Like 10 seconds is best for when you're taking a photo like at night, and that photo is on a tripod. Now, some standard settings, some typical ones are like 1/50, 1/60. You can set it to whatever you want here, and adjust it with the ISO. The typical rule is that it's better to have the ISO lower and shutter speed higher, as long as the shutter speed doesn't interfere with the motion on the photo. So if there's lots of motion, then you will need to take the shutter speed down and ISO higher, but as much as you can, keep the ISO as low as you can and the shutter speed as high as you can. This is the technical rule of doing it. But of course, you don't need to use that mode. It's quite complicated, but feel free to mess around with it and learn it a bit more. Now let's move on to some other things, like for example our settings. In the settings there is scene optimizer. If you enable that, then it's really great because it's gonna use AI on your phone to automatically optimize the color and contrast of pictures to make dark scenes look brighter and food look tastier and landscapes look more vivid. Then there's swipe shutter button too, and you can take a burst shot as we did earlier, or create a GIF. And now it will start creating a GIF. And I'm gonna try to actually move the camera to the front one. Now let's start waving in front of the camera. Now you'll see that the GIF was taken. So this is the GIF, it's a constantly playing video. Now let's move on to settings again. We'll be in settings all the time now. High efficiency pictures. If you enable that, it will save space on your phone by capturing photos in high efficiency image format that uses less space on your phone by compressing the photo in a better way. There's also high efficiency videos. It's gonna do the same thing but for videos this time. Then there is also a swipe to switch cameras. If you enable that, then you can swipe up or down to switch cameras. I think that's useful. You don't have to reach around to this button here at the bottom. Now let's get to the next thing, which is auto HDR. I really like this feature because it makes your pictures pop, and it's a really good one. And then you can also turn on grid lines. You can see I have them turned on, and you can set them to grid lines and level, grid lines only or level only. I have them set to grid lines and level, so it shows me the level. See, now I'm in level, now I'm not. And it shows the grid lines here, so it's easier to align the photo properly. Right? Now let's get to the next part, which is turning on your location tags. If you go to the settings again, you can find location tags, and when they are enabled, then you will see where the pictures were taken. So if you go to the gallery later, like after, I don't know, a year of taking that photo, and you don't remember where the photo was taken, it'll show you where it was taken with the location tag. Now, there's also shooting methods, and you can select press volume buttons. And if you don't like the take picture or record video, if you would like to instead set it to zoom in or out, you can of course set it to that. Now I can zoom in or zoom out. Of course I can't really do it on the photo, on the front photo, but now on the back photo I can simply zoom out or zoom in. It's great as well. Now let's get to the settings again. We've already talked about settings to keep, but let's talk about the shooting methods, and this is gonna be the two last things: floating shutter button and show palm. I'm gonna enable both of them and explain what they do. So floating shutter button is this little button that you can move around by pressing and holding it, then moving it around, and you can click on it to take a photo. So you can move it in a place that is most comfortable for your finger and take a photo that way. Now show palm, it will let you take a photo by showing the palm to the camera. So you can just place your palm in front of the camera. Now it'll take the photo automatically. And I think these are all. Also, the last thing is here in the selfie mode. So if the selfie mode is set, then most probably you'll have it like that. And of course you can capture your face like that. But if you want, you can actually click on the little button up here to show even more on the photo. It'll just make the photo wider and show more details on the photo around you. And these are all the awesome camera features. I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.